Hi guys, this is my third year bullet journaling and I fell in love with journals from Flying Tiger. They are quite affordable and functional for its intended use. I mean, if you want to do more art, you will probably need something with better paper, because in this one some markers will bleed through, and as you will see, the watercolors will warp the pages. But for me it's fine. There is many styles and setup pages, which is a little overwhelming when you are just starting. The best thing is to do a little inspirational research and test the pages you think you might like for at least a year before you find out what really works for you and what doesn't. In those 3 years I have finally got the hang of it and found out what setup works for me. I like to start my journal with an inspirational quote. For the longest time I didn't know what theme to choose for my journal this year, until I got a flash of genius when one night I was looking at my cat sitting on the windowsill watching the moon. So my 2021 theme is Cats and Moon, and I found this cool quote from J.M. Wonderland, if I can trust the internet. Then I started thinking what supplies to use. So I searched the internet for colors of universe and I came across these absolutely stunning watercolors from Finetec. The set I'm using is called Galaxy. I will list the supplies down below. The next page that seems to be working for me is reflecting on the past year and wishing for the new year. I know some people try to avoid negative words, but I'm not practicing newspeak. So beside my accomplishments are also things that I didn't accomplish or just seriously messed up. So I can learn from my mistakes. In the new year, I'm usually full of ambitions and want to do 100 things, learn everything, and change things to better. And because I'm a bit a hoarder, I always plan on getting rid of some things. Somewhat automatically, I like to include the index spread. Not that I use it that much for searching, but one never knows. At least I keep track of what month starts at what page, and maybe some major events, or if I set up some specific page where I'm planning something or collecting information, I write it down here. Next in line is goals for this year, and I divide them into my most important categories, just because I have so many and I want to get them organized. I like to think what's the next big step in my house reconstruction project, if I want to change anything with my career, if I need to stick to any new health habits, what's my next big thing in the garden, do I get to travel ever again? what to do with all the money saved on a restriction, no movies, no bars, no shopping, and what art techniques to attack this year. And my overall project I always wanted to do. Will I get to do it this year? And my a bit demotivational lazy leisure kitty. As for my things to do this year, it's funny. 2 years ago I've started with about 30 things to do. Last year I've cut it down to 20, and because I was not able to still do them all, I thought to have more realistic ambition this year and I try only 15. And here, a little challenged kitty. Then I find it useful to keep a simple year in pixels, to keep track of the frequency of certain personal events. You can put there anything using color coding or letter coding, how often you have a headache, or when you go to the gym, or when you have sex, whatever. And I still have the room left for my ideal habits. It's kind of a goal section for my habits, like wash dishes every evening, or to not forget to have breakfast every morning, maybe post a video or blog every week. I'm sure you have plenty of habits to keep track of. Also, my bookshelf is getting smaller and smaller each year. It's hard to read so much with all of my other activities. I made room for 12 titles this year and I'm sure I will not manage to read a book a month. So I filled out the rest of the page with things, places, links, things to check out. And I'm decorating this page with a curious little kitty. It might be obvious that English isn't my native language. I keep a page in my journal to write down any new interesting words I hear or read, and this year I keep my collection of sentiments on the same spread. There I collect all the smart, cool, fun quotes I find anywhere. And the illustration on this page got inspired by my kitten when she climbed into one of the little boxes I got my crafty stuff in. And somewhere I saw someone using this list, which I thought was very funny and fitting to keep track of things that you really need to get done this year. And to balance it, on the same spread I have my wish list, which contains everything I would like to get this year. And to spice it up, I'm running a nice Milky Way through the spread. And this spread especially I'm trying to manage better this year. This is my crafty ideas and plans for my projects and posts on CraftyHanded.com and my new old YouTube channel. And I decorated the spread with a little playful kitty. I'm just thinking, why did I forget about the whiskers on most of my kitties? And my last setup spread is the planning calendar for the year. Here I have all the months overview with space underneath for planning way ahead. Long-term appointments, events, birthdays, anything I need to remember. Okay, I'm not very thrilled with these gray days titles, but whatever, I have to come up with a better idea. That was my setup for 2021. I hope you liked it and thank you for watching.